Nice of you to drop in.
Hello people, I'm Nero Comic Book Gamer, and today I'm going to be reviewing Deathstroke Annual Number 1. So there will be spoilers for this issue, so if you haven't read it and you're worried about spoilers, I'm going to be spoiling stuff. Anyways, you've been warned. So I'm not going to go in depth with this issue as much as I normally do, because I was just so disappointed. 2 disappointing issues in a row. This issue, I was excited because we had Superman, Wonder Woman, and Deathstroke on the cover, and it's an annual, which means, you know, it's more pages and everything. It's a special issue. It's his first annual in the New 52. But nope, this issue sucks. It's so disappointing. So basically what happens is Deathstroke is fighting this mad titan, and then he gets sent to this place that's Hades, but it's not Hades. It's just some weird place that's sort of like the combination of like all the Titans' powers, but it's not Hades. It's someplace sort of like it. So they're there fighting just these generic demon-looking things. Wonder Woman and Deathstroke are there, and then they're like, okay, we need to make it over to this portal thing. And so when they decide to jump off the edge to the portal, they decide to hold hands for some weird reason, and then they're suddenly flying because Wonder Woman's powers weren't working like as far as flight went. Like, she just couldn't fly, and so she jumped off and she couldn't fly. And I mean, at first she couldn't fly, but here they jump off and they're holding hands and they're flying. And I didn't get the whole point of them holding hands. And then when they're holding hands, like two portals, they get separated into the two portals. Wonder Woman gets sent to this place to where like the sun has been knocked out, like the sun's gone, and Superman's there and he's saying like, it's all your fault, are you happy? And then Wonder Woman's pretty much immediately like, okay, I know this is fake, you know, be gone with you, and like strikes the fake Superman with her sword, and it turns out it was all an illusion. Now, Deathstroke is taken to this place to where he had met the Amazon that we saw in the last issue, where he met her years ago, and he sees his children, and Deathstroke just plays along with the whole thing. He doesn't even realize it's an illusion. He tries to save his children from these guys that are attacking them. It's Rose and Joseph. It's not Grant or anything. It's just Rose and Joseph, and I still hate the fact that Rose and Joseph are so close in age, unlike before, to where, you know, pre-New 52, Joseph was much older than Rose. I hate the fact that they're so close in age in this. It's stupid. There's no reason to change that. I hated that they did that, but I've already talked about that before. Anyways, so Slade just, like, he takes his children, he saves them, then, you know, the Mad Titan dude shows up, and he takes his children, jumps off the cliff that they were on, and with his children to save them, and that's when we see that he's just in this blackness, and his children are there, except this now they're all grown up, and they start beating on him. We see Wonder Woman's in this blackness, and her mother shows up and just says how disappointed she is, but she's like, yeah, I know you're fake too, be gone. Deathstroke is fighting his kids. Well, he's not even fighting back, they're just kicking the crap out of him, and Wonder Woman comes like, they're fake, be gone with them and all that, and so they go. And the thing with this is, it's like pre-New 52 Deathstroke had no problem fighting his kids. He would not kill them, but he had no problem fighting his kids. He fought them all the time because they were like always on opposing teams. But in this, he doesn't even realize, because, you know, he's like so weak-minded, he doesn't even realize it's all an illusion. So he just lets them beat on him, and he won't even fight back. It's so stupid. Also, earlier in the issue, in the beginning, when he's with Wonder Woman, he's like, Wonder Woman's like, well, my flight's not working. He says, some god you turned out to and then Wonder Woman says, finish that sentence, and it's the last thing you'll ever say. And so he doesn't finish it. Then later on, he's like, yes, your highness, and then stops and is like, I mean Wonder Woman, because the last issue she told him if he called her anything else other than Wonder Woman, she would kill him. And it's like, Deathstroke is such a wuss in this. Like, pre-New 52 Deathstroke wouldn't take crap from anybody. Now he's just such a wuss in this. But anyways, after they realize that, you know, everything's just an illusion, they're out of the blackness, they're back into that sort of demon area that they were before, and they're able to go into the right portal, and they get through the right portal, and they're back onto Paradise Island. They see that the Mad Titan dude is just killing everyone on Paradise Island, and that's where the issue ends. Now, the art in this book was not done by Tony Daniel. It was done by, I think, Tyler Kirkham did the art. It's alright. It's not bad. It's got some really good panels, but it's kind of a mixed bag of art. Some looks really good. Some looks like weird, unnatural movement. But it's alright. The art's fine. It's nothing bad. I wish, like, Tony Daniel is one of my favorite artists, so I prefer it when he does it. But sadly, he's going to be leaving the art part and just be writing soon. Like, he's going to be done with art pretty soon for the next story arc. I think he's done with art. He's just writing, so I'm sad about that. This series, like, I'm gonna give it till issue 11, which is when Suicide Squad, the first issue of Suicide Squad comes out, of Deathstroke fighting the Suicide Squad. That's the first issue after God Killer. That's the final issue I'm buying if it's not great, because I'm just getting tired of buying this book and being disappointed. Like, it's just been bad lately. Like, I'm so disappointed by this, and there's plenty of other comics that are way better than this that I could be spending my money on. But I'm a huge Deathstroke fan, so I want to know what's going on with him. But if it continues to be this bad, I'm not going to buy it. Also, during this issue, I forgot to mention, Deathstroke talks about how he finally feels like sharp and as good as he did prior to when I Ching messed him up in the first story arc. Like, because, I Ching turned him young and everything and made him like just feel weird and he was off his game. And during this issue, he's like, I finally feel back to as good as I used to be. So we'll see if that makes him cool or not. And yeah, I was just disappointed with this. Again, I'm going to read the entirety of God Killer, and then I'm going to read issue 11, which is the first issue after God Killer, where Deathstroke's going to be fighting the Suicide Squad. If that issue's not good, then I'm done with Deathstroke for now. I'm done unless they, like, switch creative teams or something, because this is just bad. It's been bad, and all the major fights we've had have been disappointing. When he fought Batman, it was at least a cool fight, but it was a cop-out, because it was like, oh, stalemate. Then when he fought Wonder Woman, he didn't even fight back. He just let her beat on him. And then, if the next big fight between him and Suicide Squad is a letdown, I'm done. I'm just like, I'm so disappointed with this book. So, as you can tell, I would highly suggest you don't buy this book because there's no point. It's not a good book. Like, this issue is not good. Skip this. Save yourself the money because it's like $5 because it's the annual. So yeah, I highly suggest you skip this book. I'm mad at the fact that there's so much potential for this God Killer story arc. It's Deathstroke on Paradise Island who's trying to kill a god. How does that not sound awesome? But they're screwing it up so badly right now. So yeah, I'm just disappointed with this. Hopefully it goes good. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like.